All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Kenny and Ziska. Appreciate you tuning in. I've got a great episode lined up for you guys today. If you haven't been following me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, etc., I often do live videos, and what I wanted to do today is share the audio from one of those live videos with you today. I try to take the most popular videos that I've done, extract the audio, and share it with you here on the podcast, so that you don't have to go around hunting on Facebook to find these very raw and kind of off the cuff, non-rehearsed, non-scripted episodes that I do. So hope you guys enjoy these episodes that I share with you guys. But before we get into today's episode, just have a very quick reminder, actually a couple reminders for you guys. Number one, if you haven't already done so, would appreciate it if you take the time to go over to iTunes. Made it easy for you guys. Just go to kenyanziska.com/iTunes. Take you right to the page where you can leave a review, leave a rating, subscribe to the show, and also if you know of someone who would benefit from hearing the various strategies, mindset, the tools, whatever it may be, whatever we talk about here on the podcast, if you know someone who would benefit from listening to it, would appreciate it if you share it with them. Would appreciate it if you got the word out about what we're talking about here. So secondly, if you want to take these strategies and tools and really implement them and need the guidance and the accountability to do so, we have a couple opportunities for you guys to do that. First is our mastermind. This is a tight-knit group of guys who are doing the work necessary to implement these various strategies that we talk about here on the podcast into their lives so that they can get the results, build the discipline, regain control over their time, and live life on their terms. You can apply to be a part of our mastermind program, the Infinite Results Mastermind Program, at kenyanziska.com/results. But if you want that one-on-one accountability, want to work with me on a very deep level, and want customized solutions, don't want that cookie cutter BS that a lot of people are pushing these days, I encourage you to apply to be a part of my discipline coaching program. This is an elite program, exclusive program, very limited with the number of clients that I take on with this program. So you can apply at kenyanziska.com/discipline. So without any further ado, let's jump into today's episode. How's it going, everyone? I know it's been a couple days since I did a live video here. And let me get my camera adjusted here before folks hop on. But anyways, welcome to my live video. And, as the title indicates, I'm going to be talking about expectations today. And let me kind of tee this up a little bit for you guys. Obviously, I spent a little bit of time on Facebook interacting with a lot of people, and in one of the groups that I participate in. Hey Justin, what's up? Actually, I'm talking about a question you posed in Code of Character, so you'd be interested in this one. But a few days ago, I think Justin actually posed the question related to what are your expectations of people, or something to that effect, and I replied that I have very little to no expectations of anyone. And kind of left it at that for a couple days, and a gentleman by the name of Mike Pearson asked some thought-provoking questions of me today, and it's a little tough to try and get your thoughts across on Facebook, I guess, comments and whatnot. So I thought it'd be a good idea to hop on and talk a little bit about what I meant by not having any expectations of people. Now, obviously, that's kind of an ideal state. There obviously are some expectations that I have of certain people that are close to me in my life, like my wife, my daughter, very close friends and family members. However, day-to-day interactions with maybe coworkers or people who I'm not quite as close with, I really don't have any expectations. And here's why. And Mike actually asked if that was I'm paraphrasing here, but if this was something that affects my relationships negatively and how I show up as a person. Now, first off, by me not having I don't think it's good to have too many expectations, because when you have a lot of expectations, you are hoping that someone or a group of people act a certain way. And we all know that we can't control what other people do or think. So I think that having too many expectations, and if we could really take an essentialist type of approach to what expectations we have for people, I think we'll be able to have a lot more richer experiences, because when people don't act in alignment with our expectations of them, that's going to create anger and frustration and just a whole abrasive type of relationship with that person. So I found if I can reduce the number of expectations that I have on people, that when they do kind of come through, it's a surprise. And the other thing that having a lot of expectations of people does is you almost take an entitled type of approach to things, and that by expecting these things from people, that I think you're going to act a lot more entitled and not come from a place of gratitude in your relationships with them. So the other piece that I wanted to talk about here about expectations is that I set high standards and expectations for myself, and I hope I don't know if hope is the right term here, but my theory is that would rub off on a lot of other people. If I'm setting my own expectations and setting my own standards, people are going to see that. They're going to see how I show up as a positive person, someone who's trying to help each other out, help his fellow man out, and that's just going to rub off on people. So if I see someone who has their own high expectations of themselves and their own high standards, like someone like Justin Bailey, that's the type of person that I'm going to gravitate towards. So I don't have to have high expectations of Justin. I mean, I think the only expectation that I have of other people is that they are wise enough and that they are motivated enough and have the discipline to set their own expectations and standards for themselves. So, and another point that Mike made was that it would negatively affect how you show up. I think the absolute opposite is true, in that you have to worry about keeping your own house in order before you start worrying about other people. So that's kind of what I would say. And I don't know if Mike is even friends with me here on Facebook. I'll be sure to make sure he sees this, but I really think it's the opposite is the case. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll wrap it up here for today. But if you like it, make sure you pump the thumbs up and the heart button a bunch of times. And if you're watching the replay, let me know that you watched the replay. And if you're here right now, make sure you drop a quick comment or a question or whatever. And if you are watching the replay and you do have questions or other comments, I'll be sure to check this video out for next 24, 48 hours, whatever. And like I said, if someone needs to hear this message, make sure that you share it with them. And also, if you're not in my Facebook group, head over to kenyanziska.com/group and you can hop in there. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. I'll check you guys later.